You know, a lot of this stuff is going on right now with Lil Durk. You know what I mean? And this whole situation about him being locked up. You know, one of the people in his camp snitching on him. And I want to speak a little bit about that topic and just the drill music and the drill genre. You know what I'm saying? I was in Nebraska a few months ago. I was working. We were having a luncheon, and a few of the young brothers, man, they were listening to some of my music. They were like, "Damn, like you got a unique sound." They're like, "Do you listen to drill music? How come you don't do drill?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't mess with drill music. I don't mess with none of that stuff. Period." And they're like, why not, man? You know, so and so is hot, so and so is hot. You know, they mentioned Lil Durk and a few other drill rappers. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, brother, I'm like, if you realized what that type of music did to our community and what it did for the record label owners and the record label execs, you would have an understanding of why I don't listen to that music, right? And how and why I feel about drill music the way I feel about it. They're like, explain to us. I'm like, all right, cool. So check this out. Back in the day, whenever they started signing rappers, there were a lot of people were putting money behind these rappers, right? They're investing a lot of their money into managing them, into getting them shows, into getting record labels, paying for the studio time. They're investing a lot of money into these rappers, and these rappers were constantly being caught up in the street life and and selling drugs and doing whatever it is that they were doing before they even got the record deal, right? So now what's happening? These rappers, they're either getting locked up or they're dying, and so now all these record label owners and all these record execs, they're losing out on their initial investment, right? As a rapper, as an artist, when you are signed, you're an investment. You are nothing more to these people. You are not a husband. You are not a son. You are not a father. You are an investment. And so for these people to have been losing out on their money by rappers constantly going back to jail or going or dying, they were losing out on their investment, right? So what they started doing is this: they started taking out life insurance policies on these rappers, right? So and they don't even tell the rappers half the time, you know what I mean? They take a life insurance policy out on these rappers. So in their mind, they're thinking like this: okay, I'm gonna put this initial investment behind this rapper. This rapper right here is caught up in the street life. He was living a street life before he got to us. He's continuing to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a life insurance policy out on this rapper. So if this rapper dies, the record label, which owns majority, if not all of the masters, they continue to get paid off of this rapper's legacy, right? And we all know a lot of these rappers, their legacy goes up and their record sales and their record streams continue to go up more so when they die than when they were alive. You know what I'm saying? So these record label owners and these record label execs, they continue to get paid after a rapper's death. You know what I mean? Another thing that these record label owners and these record label execs, what they started doing was they started investing into the private prison systems and into the state and federal prison systems. You know what I mean? So what they do is they figure, okay, if we sign this rapper, not only do we have a life insurance policy taken out on this rapper's life, so if and when he dies, because he wants to continue in the street life, we're gonna continue to make money off of him even after his death. We can care less about his family, what they go through. That's up to them. But if and when this rapper goes back to prison or goes to prison, we're invested into the prison system, so we make money off of this prison system. You know what I'm saying? I also told him, look, as an independent artist, I can go to Spotify for Artists. It's an app. I can go to Spotify for Artists and I can look up all my stats. I can look up where my fans are. I can look up who has me on their playlist, what playlist I'm on. I can get any and all the stats that I need to figure out what target audience I need to target in order for me to keep pushing my music, right? It's the same thing with these record label execs and these record label owners, right? They can look up the stats of what cities have the highest incarceration rate, which ones have the lowest ones, and which ones have the highest recidivism rate, right? So what do? They look up the stats of all these different states that have all these different prison rates, right? And then they go and then they sign rappers in these states. It don't matter if they're buzzing or if they're not, right? They know that once they put the money behind the promotion and the marketing behind this rapper, especially this drill rapper who's pushing his music, what's gonna happen? 9 times out of 10, this drill music is gonna be pushed out by you. They're gonna put the money behind you. You're gonna continue to influence the younger generation to go out there and sell dope and rob and scam and kill their own kind. Because let's face it, 9 times out of 10, whenever when this drill music, we're talking about killing our own kind. We're not going out there talking about killing nobody else of any other race. 9 times out of 10 is black people killing black people in this drill music, right? So they figure, okay, they're gonna continue to influence everybody else in their city and outside of the city to go out there and live this kind of lifestyle. And what's gonna happen is the prison rate is gonna go up. We're gonna make money off of the prison system that we're invested in. And if and when this rapper dies, we're gonna make money off of life insurance policy that we have on them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy because you listen to the Breakfast Club interview with Lil Cohen. Lil Cohen has been involved in the music industry since the 1980s. He was a record exec at Def Jam, and he's managed multiple acts of talent and different rap artists all throughout the years. And this man right here signs rappers that talk about, drilling, that talk about, the destruction of our community, but yet he won't listen, he won't let his own kids listen to that music. And he said it on the interview. He said it on the interview, but yet look at us as a culture in the community. We continue to buy and consume all of this drill music and all of this music in general that does nothing but destroy our communities. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you're gonna talk about something that you used to do and you have remorse for it and now you don't want to do it no more. But that's not in this drill music. This drill music, they're basically indicting themselves. They're telling stories of crimes that they're actively committing, and they're putting it in their music. And what's happening? They're building cases against them. And now everybody wants to get mad at the dude who snitched on Lil Durk. Be mad if you want. Yeah, he snitched. But okay, but Durk and everybody been snitching on themselves for years in their music. And the feds just sitting back watching. We already know how the feds work. They listen to you and then they sit back and they build a case for years and for years and for years. Sometimes they get people to tell on you. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just straight off your music. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to stop with all this. We're so hypocritical and we're so double-minded in the fact that we want to say, oh, the killing needs to stop. Every single time a rapper dies or somebody dies in the streets, a little kid dies, oh, we need to stop, man, this is nonsense. But at the same time, the same people who are saying that we need to stop this killing and that the killing needs to stop, y'all are the same ones that are consuming this drill music and all this other music that talks about killing and spinning and doing whatever it is to our own kind. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a side. You can't straddle the fence. Oil and water don't mix. Light and darkness don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Pick what you want. You want the destruction to stop. You got to stop feeding into that nonsense, right? And even though you're only one person, it starts with one person. So if you want that destruction to stop, you got to stop listening to that type of music. If you want to continue listening to that type of music, go ahead and listen to it. But don't be mad and don't be upset whenever that type of music, it consequently ends up killing somebody you love or you care about, or just kill somebody in your community. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand it's deeper than just, oh, well, parents need to be more aware of what their kids listen to. Man, can't nobody control what their kids listen to when they're at school or when they're away from their parents. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time, man, these kids are out there with their friends and they're being influenced and they're being peer pressured, whatever it is, to listen to whatever type of music they're listening to and to do whatever it is that they're out there doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these drill rappers are not really coming from this type of background. They got mommy and they got daddy at home. And even if they just got mom or dad at home, they're doing enough to care for them. You know what I'm saying? They're really just influenced by this music and they want to go out there and they want to live this lifestyle because what they see on the videos, what they see on the TV, they see these drill rappers blinged up, floused up, racked up with money. They see everybody ski masked up, got blicks, got pose, they want to live that life. They're influenced by that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say that nobody's influenced by music because we've been influenced by music for years. It's been proven and proven time and time again. You know what I mean? Music can make you mad. You're having a good day, music can make you mad. You're having a bad day, music can make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Some music makes you want to twerk. Some music makes you want to turn up. Some music just makes you want to do and feel all type of things. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, drill music is a genre of music that influences people to go out there and rob, steal, kill, and destroy, 9 times out of 10, the black community. You know what I'm saying? While the record label execs and the record label owners, they're not even allowing their own children to listen to the very artists that they signed. You know what I'm saying? But yet here we are as a culture and we're just thriving off of it. And you can say, oh, well, white people listen to drill music. Yeah, white people listen to drill music, but they're not going out there on a daily basis, shooting up neighborhoods, shooting up their own kind. You know what I mean? And they're not rapping about it and glorifying it. It's us in our community, we're doing that. So understand the message, man, that is deeper than just rap. You know what I'm saying? It is a trap. These record labels and these record label execs. Oh, and another thing, look, so they're going to sign you and they're going to let you push all this music. They're going to let you rap about spinning and killing your own kind, drug dealing, doing all this and that. And they're going to rake in the millions, the hundreds of thousands, whatever money, they're going to rake that in off of you. You know what I'm saying? As an artist or all these other artists, they're going to rake in that money. But as soon as you get locked up and you get a RICO case or you get charged for murder, whatever it is, they're not going to put no money behind you. You know why? Because they can't allow the public to know that a record label is backing and putting the money behind a a supposed murderer. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody who's being suspected of murder. You know what I mean? They're not gonna put that money behind you. You know what I'm saying? So while they sign you and they give you all this money up front for you to go out there and push your agenda of killing our own kind and either us dying or being put back into prison, what's gonna happen is if and when you get locked up, if and when you get locked up, these record label owners and these record label execs are not going to put no money behind you and your lawyer. Why? Because they can't be found to be supporting somebody who is suspected of murder. You know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all got to understand, man, all this is deeper than that. So y'all got to figure out what side you're going to pick. You're going to pick the side right here where drill rap and continue to poison and to kill our own community, or you're going to go over here and find something else to listen to that doesn't push that agenda. You know what I'm saying? These record labels and these record execs, these record label owners and these record label execs, they're not for us. They've never been for us. They've only been for themselves. You know what I'm saying? To them, you are just an artist. You're not a father. You're not a son. You're not a husband. You're not none of that. You are just an investment. That's it.